In this week's video, we leave the Florida Keys and head to the Florida Everglades, where we explore Collier-Seminole State Park. Next, we head to Fort Myers KOA, where we take some time to visit the local Airstream dealership to ask ourselves the question, is it worth the upgrade? Stay tuned for all of that and more. Upon leaving the Florida Keys, our first stop was the nearest Costco for fuel and food. Although we have a small RV, this is still our favorite spot to shop while traveling. The prices are always good, and so are the products. Just about finished up here at Costco, got some lunch, did some shopping, restocked on groceries, and now we're ready to head to our next state park. We soon arrived at our next campground, Collier-Seminole State Park, located in the Florida Everglades near Naples.
First time.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Down the edge of the Everglades, so you name it, we got it.
Awesome.
Alligators, spiders, snakes, bears.
Okay.
This side tells us that you're camping here, so we shouldn't stop you asking what you need. This will have driver's side windshield, up or down, whatever's easiest. It's not on there, but no rave parties.
Okay.
And then if you have any noise complaints, power outages at nighttime, managers are available.
Dave and I are like a well-oiled machine when we get to a campground. We both have our tasks, and getting set up only ever takes about 10 minutes. After we settled in, we followed our typical routine and took Hudson around to explore the park.
Are you getting run time? Well.
So we are only here one night at this state park, but we've already had a chance to go out and do a lot of exploring on our bikes. We've checked out the entire state park, done a bit of touring around, and actually also met a really cool family who comes from Michigan, and they just decided to move to full-time RVing about 3 weeks ago. And they actually have 4 or 5 kids. They're in a big Class A, and they just decided sell everything, get out on the road. They're homeschooling their kids, and very neat to hear their story. And probably one of our favorite parts about RVing is just meeting all of these different people who are living unconventional lives outside of what we might be typically used to. Another great evening at another state park that we really enjoyed. And today we're headed to Fort Myers to stay at a KOA for the next 3 nights, and looking forward to exploring that area. Time to once again hit the road.
I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
We just got to what we think is our site over here, but it's actually very unclear exactly how or where we're supposed to park. And this campground is completely empty right now, so we are just going to park with what we think is going to give us the best view of this lake and hope for the best.
Without you, I never could have moved away. But now I see what
Well, here's a look at our lonely little trailer in this massive KOA that is mostly empty at the moment, likely because a lot of the snowbirds have returned home. It might have been our location or the lack of people at this campground, but we saw lots of wildlife here. Everything from a soft-shell turtle right on our site, to 2 eagles hanging out on a tree nearby, to this strange-looking grasshopper. What better way to spend the rest of the day than to make some drinks and hang out by the pool? Now that we have workouts out of the way for the day, our first thing on our list is to head out and go and see an Airstream dealership. Why Airstream, you ask? Well, if we were ever going to trade in the Escape, not that we're planning to, we would probably look at an Airstream as the next best option. So we're going to go to the dealership today and look at some different floor plans, and then after that we're going to explore some of the areas around Fort Myers. During this trip, we've had lots of time to think about whether our current RV, a 19-foot fiberglass Escape trailer, is right for us. For a long time, we've kept a close eye on Airstreams, and specifically the 23FB International. So today, we headed to a nearby Airstream dealership to check them out in person. They're nice rigs, and the twin bed layout is a nice feature. Thanks to the very friendly and helpful salesperson Chris Thompson for touring us around. I'll include a link at the end of this video to a video that gives you a full tour of the 23FB and a comparison of this versus our Escape 19. Coming up next week, we head to Sanibel Island near Fort Myers. This beautiful area was hit by a major hurricane a couple years ago, and as they finish up their rebuild effort, we get to be some of the first to enjoy the freshly rebuilt area and all it has to offer. Stay tuned for all of this and more. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out. And don't forget to come back tomorrow to see where we go next.